Welcome back to the Blessed Performance YouTube channel. Today guys, we're going to talk about the Smeding diesel non-VGT drop-in turbo for your 6.0 Power Stroke. So this came out about a month ago and it's been quite the rage. The concept behind it is Smeding wanted to develop a 100% drop-in non-VGT swap for your 6.0 Power Stroke. Why? Well, the 6.0 Power Stroke is plagued with VGT problems. The VGT is a great design and it works great for when you work it. When you don't work it, what'll happen when grocery getters are going back and forth, you can plug up the EVP sensor and that'll cause all kinds of problems. Vanes get sticky, unison rings get sticky and worn out. The concept of going non-VGT on a 6.0 Power Stroke is to get rid of all of those problems. By swapping to a non-VGT, you get rid of the unison ring, vanes, the EVP sensor, map sensor problems. You'll still have up-pipe leaks if you don't have those type, but ultimately you get rid of a lot of the issues with the 6.0 by going to a non-VGT drop-in like this. So if you guys know, we put the 63, 68 billet version on Adam's truck and ran it on the dyno. If you follow our TikTok or Instagram, we ran it on the dyno and it performed very well. 575 horsepower on 190/30s, which is quite impressive, honestly. So it does spool great down low as well, which is another thing we like about it. We're going to take that turbo off now and see if we can pull a little more power out of these bad boys. They recommended that we go with the 63, 68 SCER race version of their turbo. They claim that this bad boy right here, and if Jonathan can squeeze in here, he can show you a little bit closer. This bad boy, because of the design of this wheel, it'll flow as much as or close to that of your standard T4 66. One of the biggest characteristics, and folks ask, and we haven't got to test it at more than 10,000 pounds. We towed 10,000 pounds just the other day with Adam's truck. Performed wonderfully. Didn't get hot, no high EGTs or anything like that. But one of the coolest things about this is because non-VGTs are notorious for a lot of lag when it comes to a 6.0 Power Stroke, you have to pair them very well with your truck. Well, Smeding got rid of that by going to such a tight turbine housing. It's a 68mm turbine, 73 AR turbine housing, so it's going to help it spool really, really fast. This is a 100% drop-in turbo. We do recommend it with the Extreme Duty 360 thrust bearing. In my opinion, when you buy a turbo, you pay for what you get when it comes to a bearing. You can buy the box boards, you can buy the box China turbos on Amazon, and they're just not going to last because they have a cheap bearing. We've been selling these things for about 7 years, and I can tell you the only time I've had to warranty one is when somebody doesn't upgrade to the Extreme Duty thrust bearing. So that's something I wanted to point out to you guys. So of course, when you purchase this at Blessed Performance, you're going to get our signature Tow Boss EcoBase Street and Blessed Extreme Performance with purchase. We're going to tune your truck to be able to run this non-VGT turbo, so it's going to spool instantly. That's one of the coolest things that I've really enjoyed about this setup is how fast it spools. Our next video is also we're going to do a complete install video showing how to completely install it. We were tight on time when we put it on Adam's truck, so we just got it done. But I wanted to bring out the differences in your pedestals. So this is an 05, you're going to need an 03 pedestal. If you have this pedestal with the, I guess you'll call it horizontal bolt on the back, all you got to do is take and cut off right here, which Jonathan, if you'll let me show the customers this. So on your pedestal, you would go just like that. It's really straightforward. We can't obviously set this pedestal up for that. What we can do is set it up right here and show you kind of how it'll look installed. Let's see if the vice grips will hold this for me. Alright, so on the bottom side, we got your drain. You're going to use your stock OEM drain tube. I recommend getting the updated version, of course. You're going to use this bad boy right here, this gasket. And this allows you to mate up this center section with your stock OEM drain. So your drain tube will go right in there. Your drain tube will go right into there. Oh gosh, damn it. Apparently I haven't had enough coffee this morning. So I'm just going to show you guys a quick example on how this works. And there are two different sizes. Two right there. This goes into your stock oil feed line. You'll put your O-ring, your OEM O-ring right around here. Use your 8mm bolt and push that down in. And then this is your feed. If you look right here, this guy right here goes into the top of the turbo. So we've got this started just to kind of show you guys when I set it on there. This goes into the top of the turbo. This goes into your oil cooler housing where your stock feed is at. And this is your new oil feed line. I wanted to kind of show you guys this stuff opening up other than the box. So what'll happen is in your valley, this guy's gonna be right here. You're gonna use the straight edge, or the straight side, straight onto the oil cooler housing, just like so, and then come up and over and hook this up right here. Now this is all while it's mounted on your turbo pedestal, is what you're gonna do. So you're gonna have your turbo pedestal sitting right here, obviously in the valley, and your oil drain on the bottom side. You'll come in, you'll slide it in, you'll lock that guy in there, just like that. Now, this is one thing I will say, Fitment's pretty damn good. Here's the Fitment. Look how perfect that fits, which is awesome to see. Let's go right down here. You can see the pedestals. You can see how that lines up almost perfectly, which is awesome to see. I will say that's a great Fitment. There's the turbine wheel. And then your oil feed or oil drain line will go right underneath, right through here, right into your H-pop cover. And then you have this guy right here, coming up from the oil cooler housing right up top. So that's how simple this is to fit. And we're excited to see what the race version of the 63 does on Adam's truck with 190/30s holder premiums that it's got, plus performance Fitment tune. We're just gonna keep playing with it and see how it does. Give us a call, 1-800-577-2698 with any questions on which turbo we would recommend for your setup. We love to talk turbos, we love to talk horsepower and share our experience with you guys, so don't hesitate to reach out to us. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, check out our Instagram, YouTube, which you're on, TikTok, and Facebook. Thank you so much. We look forward to the next one.